Okay, we had an amazing day in Machu Picchu yesterday with the group. We are staying at a beautiful lodge, this garden lodge on the edge of town in Machu Picchu Village, or Aguas Calientes. And we got into town, spent the night, and then yesterday morning we got up, had breakfast at 8 o'clock, and then shortly after breakfast we went into town to catch the bus up to Machu Picchu. It's about a 25-minute ride. Goes up the switchbacks, comes to the entrance gate, and we got set up there. We had tickets all arranged, and we were happy to get the tickets to Huayna Picchu, which is the mountain above Machu Picchu, and there's some ruins up there. It's a special ticket, and they only allow 400 people a day to go up that trail. A group in the morning, a group midday, a group early afternoon, and then it's closed. So it's very limited and difficult to get those tickets. But we got them, and our time to head up to Huayna Picchu was 10:30. So we headed in to Machu Picchu early. We took some photos, but really we did a really nice walk to the Inca Bridge, which is this old path, Inca Trail, that goes to this area where this bridge spanned this really sheer rock face. They built it up, and they built this bridge across there, and then of course there was a crack and a trail that went around the corner of this huge rock face. Really cool to see, and the group really enjoyed it. We took that track, walked through the ruins and went over, and then we took the steps to Huayna Picchu, and it's about 1,000 feet that goes up, switchbacking up, and then everybody did great. We have 13 people here. They all did amazing. We all made our way up the switchbacks and made our way up to Huayna Picchu. At the top there, then there's a little platform that you top out on, not totally top out on, but get to. And when we did, they got there, kind of got the group together. We were a little spread out at that point. The guide in front, I was in the back helping some people out. And we got up to that point, and then from there, it's a very narrow little steps that climb up, these really narrow little steps that climb up to an old, there's some terraces for growing. There is a couple of other observation areas, old structure, and even we come around and go through this cave. This loop around the top of Huayna Picchu, right at the tip top. When you look at Machu Picchu, the photo, it's that long, high mountain in the background, and we went all the way up to the top of that. Then came around, went through the cave, and then took some great photos looking back down onto Machu Picchu and the Inca Trail going to the Sun Gate from a side. We came back around that top point, then made our way all the way back down Huayna Picchu to the entrance gate, and then from the entrance gate we made our way back through the ruins over to the Sanctuary Lodge, where we had a awesome lunch there. They have a really nice buffet lunch, so we didn't do a packed lunch. Everybody can have like really nice sit down lunch in the restaurant, regroup, relax. It was pretty hot yesterday, so it was kind of a sweaty day. It's really important to hydrate up. And then we had a really nice lunch, and then after lunch we had another ticket to go back into Machu Picchu at 2 o'clock. So we were there for the full day. 2 o'clock we went back in, and then we did a really nice tour through all the ruins, seeing all of the different stuff, the rooms up close, the temples, the sacrifice spots, everything that is in Machu Picchu. We toured all around, the running water systems, and just an amazing tour of Machu Picchu with the group. They loved it. We had the full day. Boy, it was about 5 o'clock by the time we started back down on the bus. We came back down. We got back down to Aguas Calientes on the bus, walked through town just to the edge of town. We're in this beautiful hotel. It's the only place in the Machu Picchu village where they have all this outdoor garden space. They offer activities here. So we got here last night. People had a pisco sour. We did our briefing in the one of the lobby rooms before dinner. Really nice atmosphere. We had a really nice dinner last night with the group, and then everybody was pretty tired from the day, and we turned in after that. So following that, today we got up, had breakfast, and we've got about till 2:30 where we catch the train out of the train station here in Aguascalientes, the Machu Picchu village. And then we offer a bunch of excursions. There's bird watching first thing, a nature tour, orchid flower tour, and some other things that people can choose to do. Our group's all out doing different activities. We're going to meet about noontime down in a restaurant here to have lunch. And then after lunch, we have a pisco sour mixology kind of cooking class. People learn how to make the local drink, the pisco sour. They get to make it, drink it, try it out, and know how to make the pisco sour, which is the Peruvian, I guess, national drink, the popular drink down here in Peru. And they'll do that, and then we'll head to the train station at 2:30. We'll take the train back towards Cusco, where we'll catch a shuttle bus or one of our vans, which will take us into Cusco for our last night in town, on the edge of town in Cusco. Spend the night, and then most people fly out tomorrow, so there's different departure times. Other people have one additional night, so we've set them up with city tours or sites, tours of the 4 Inca sites that are close to Cusco. So there's some variety there. We can always customize things. This is an amazing trip. We do Machu Picchu a few different ways with Worldwide Trekking. We trek camp to camp for Machu Picchu, which would be our most basic way. Then we offer a luxury lodge trek, where we trek from lodge to lodge with small groups, group size there, max 12 people. And then this one here, we go from lodge to lodge along the way to come into Aguascalientes, the Machu Picchu village. And then we tour Machu Picchu. And on this one, we can take larger groups. We have a group of 16 coming this summer. This group was 13. And the nice thing that this one offers is each day there's 2 options. You can do the hike, more strenuous hike, moderate strenuous hike, or you could opt to do an easier excursion like a cultural tour, ruins, site tours, things like that, village tours that aren't as strenuous as the hike. So, maybe people are into hiking the first couple days and then they've got sore legs, or they just want an easier day. They can opt for that easier option. Or maybe they just simply don't want to do the more strenuous hikes every day, or they want a combination either way. So the nice thing is each night when we do our brief, we mention both options, people decide, and then the next day we've always got 2 buses with us, 2 vans, large high-top Sprinter vans, and we can split up as a group, and then shortly after lunch or sometimes for lunch, but most of the time in the afternoon, we come back together, and then we can regroup, have the afternoon to relax as a group, do some activities around the lodge where we're staying, and then all have dinner together. So it's a really nice option here in Peru, and Machu Picchu is an amazing site. But I think one of the things that this group and all of our groups see is that there is so much more to see and do here in Peru than just go to Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is amazing, and it's a very calming, historic place, and it's a really amazing place to visit. But it was one full solid day, including Huayna Picchu. But we had gone to the Pisac Inca ruins. We had gone to Ollantaytambo Inca ruins. We had gone to amazing hikes elsewhere, seen other Inca ruins. There is a lot to see and do down here in Peru. You can easily spend a week or more, 9 days on one of our standard trips, going to all these different sites. And at Worldwide Trekking, we pride ourselves in making sure that you have a really interesting schedule where you're going to learn a lot, you're going to see a lot. You can rest assured you're going to have awesome accommodations, top-end lodges, top-end hotels, great food service throughout, transportation and logistics that are perfect, and make sure that everybody is totally comfortable, totally happy, and when they leave here, they're thinking, wow, I did so much, I saw so much, I learned so much, I feel physically fulfilled, and I feel really great about the expedition and the adventure that we just had. So You know, it's like that on all our trips, whether you're in Tanzania, Africa, or over in Nepal, or down here in Peru or Patagonia, or right in Utah where we're based. There's so much to see or do. So, you know, we really have a fun time with our groups. And just like all of them, I didn't know anybody on this trip prior to starting out. And once again, have a group of new friends. And they're all a group of new friends. And it's great to see people come together. So, fun times. It's our last few hours here in Aguascalientes. People are roaming around. Some people are on a nature hike right now. And then we're going to go have lunch, Pisco Sour class, and hit the train, which is a super scenic way to get back to Cusco. And we'll have some fun in Cusco before departures start tomorrow. But a really good time here. Always good to get back to Peru. These huge Andean mountains all around us. All around, just natural beauty and amazing times here in Peru, and looking forward to the next group coming down. And contact us. We can arrange these lots of the times of the year. This is kind of the off season. This is January, so we've had perfect weather. Can be more rainy this time of year. June through the summer months into the fall is a really popular time for us, but contact us. We can put together, join one of our pre-existing calendar trips, or come away with us with a family or a small group, and we'll set you up with a perfect adventure in Peru or anywhere else we travel in the world. So I'm going to go look around now and finish my trip here as well.